Hi everyone, George Bell here, investment analyst at True Potential. I've had the email through from marketing to say this week I'm on the working from home series. So starting first thing tomorrow, you'll be joining me on the morning run. You'll see the preparation behind the morning meeting. I'll discuss the agenda for the day. I'll bring you in at various stages, but I'll also take some time to show you my workstation where I've been based since March, and I'll talk you through my background, how I got started within the industry, how I got started here at True Potential. So I look forward to seeing you all then. So here I am just about to go for the morning run. There's some great routes around by where I live, which have been a real blessing during lockdown. I think it's important that I start the day this way. The mornings are a crucial time for us in the investment team. You've got markets to get updated on from overnight. You've got news feed coming through. You've got a plan for the day in terms of tasks, in terms of meetings. So it's important to get up and get a head start. So I'm going to crack on with the run, get back, do a few weights, stretch off, shower, breakfast, and in the office. I'll see you soon. So here we are, the lockdown gym. I'm sure David Lloyd have nothing to worry about, but I've actually really enjoyed training here during lockdown. That's the exercise done. I've got just about an hour until the morning meeting, so heading over to the office now. This is where I've been working since March. I've got the building here, which is separate from the house, so it's nice and quiet. And I've also got this outdoor space, which has been really handy in some of the nicer weather which we've had during this period. So into the office, you can see my workstation set up here. You can see my laptop, giving me access to all of the systems we would usually use in head office. Got a nice view. It's quite a nice airy room, so quite a nice place to work. Okay, so we're behind the scenes now. We have started the morning meeting. I can see everybody's cameras are on now. I won't turn the phone around just because I haven't warned anyone, but I can see one of my colleagues has decided to grow a moustache. Nobody's mentioned it yet, so we'll see if it does get mentioned by the end of the call. Before we get too far into the day, I thought it would be useful just to give you a bit of background to myself. I studied finance and investment management at university. Part of that program allowed you to spend 1 year working in industry, so there I was knocking on the door at True Potential. True Potential allowed me to come in and work in various different departments throughout the group for 1 year. I then went back to my final year, graduating in 2016. And after a few months travelling, I rejoined at True Potential. My first role back was within fund governance as a fund governance officer. It was a role which I really enjoyed. I worked very closely with the operations team on their day-to-day checks in terms of ensuring our funds are operating in line with their investment objectives, in terms of the due diligence on the various different parties we work with, and also the launch of many of the True Potential funds. After around 18 months and a number of qualifications later, I moved across to the investment team to work as an investment analyst. Within my role, I oversee a number of the managers in terms of the level of risk they're taking, their performance, and any changes which they're enacting throughout the month. In addition to wider economic research, this all feeds into the overall decision taking of the portfolio construct. In addition to this, I'm also involved in the communication of our proposition to advisors and to clients by way of presentations, webinars, and seminar events. It's coming up to 12 o'clock, morning tasks are out the way. I've got a meeting in just a few minutes' time on Teams with the investment analysts. In the meeting, we're going to discuss the risk model which we use, which essentially allows us to monitor the level of risk being taken by each of the underlying True Potential funds and True Potential portfolios on a regular basis. So being able to monitor this and jump on a quick Teams call to catch up is really important. What I'm going to do now is plan the article which goes into the weekly roundup. What we aim to do in this is go beyond the headlines, and what we mean by that is we've got access to some of the biggest research centres in the world. We've got Bloomberg at our fingertips, so we can get behind the press and the headlines which everybody has already seen and look at the numbers, add some context to that information and provide our interpretation of the data. I think the team at head office have been fantastic in terms of keeping us both informed, keeping us safe and keeping us entertained as well. We have a Friday catch up with the whole of head office where we have quizzes, we have various different videos which have been pulled together by different departments. So you get to see your friends and colleagues who we haven't seen for some time. It really just re-emphasizes that fantastic culture that we have My hobbies and interests have had to be adapted somewhat during lockdown. My main hobbies and interests are travelling and boxing, which for the majority of this time, neither of which have been allowed. New hobbies and interests, I seem to be doing a lot more cycling, a lot more walking, a lot more DIY. So I'm not sure if they're necessarily hobbies and interests I'll swap for travelling and boxing, but they've kept me entertained at least. So there we have it. I've just knocked the laptop off for the evening. What I sometimes do at this point is go out on the bike, but my legs are a little bit sore from this morning, so I'm going to go for a nice walk, clear my head. I'll come back. I might check some emails, but other than that, that's me done for the day. Thank you for joining me behind the scenes on the investment team. I look forward to seeing you all soon.